So Ellie rented a car on two separate vacations. The first is 3 days. It cost $137. The next was 5 days and cost $215. So in here, it's saying that we should use X as days. So that means that we need to use a different variable like Y for money. Since we're using X and Y, and because we have two different sets of data, we can make a little table to organize it. So X is days, and Y is the money. So after 3 days, Y is $137. When X is 5 days, the cost is $215. Hey, just a quick little note right here. I gave the information that X should be used for days, but if not, then you're trying to decide what do I use for X and what do I use for Y? Well, whatever comes first in the story, that should be the X. Whatever comes second should be the Y. So, if you look at this situation, what comes first? That she rented it for 3 days? And then it cost her $137? Or does it make sense to go the other way around, that something cost her $137 and then after that she rented it for 3 days? Well, to me it makes more sense that she rents it for 3 days and then she pays the cost of $137. Okay, find a function. Well, if we have 2 points, then we're finding the equation of a line. So in this case, the function is going to be a line. For a line, one thing we need is the slope. So to find slope, you subtract the two y values. So I'm going to subtract in this direction. The bigger number minus the smaller number. So there's the y's. 215 minus 137. Because I subtracted that direction, going up, I have to do the same thing on the x's. Go from the bottom to the top. So 5 minus 3. Okay, so this is going to be a 215 minus 137 is $78. So this is basically saying it's $78 every 2 days. Or if you go ahead and divide by 2, it's basically saying it's $39 a day. So the average cost is $39 a day. Okay, that's the slope. We still need to find the equation of a line. Well, we could go ahead and use the form y equals mx plus b, and the m we already have. Next, we just need to figure out the b. In order to figure out the b, what you can do is take one of these pairs, like the first one, the 3 and the 137, plug in 3 for x and 137 for y. If you were to take the other numbers, the 5 and the 215, and plug them in, you'll end up with the same b. So just pick one and go with it. Alright, so we've got 39 times 3 is a 117. And then in order to solve for b, just subtract 117 from both sides. And that's actually going to leave behind a 20. So then we have the equation of the line. Y equals 39 times x plus the b. And there is part A. Basically what this is saying is, no matter what, they're going to charge $20. Maybe it's for gas or just their profit or whatever, but no matter what, they're going to charge her $20. And then on top of that, they're going to charge her $39 per day. Next, what if she had $400 to spend? So once you're given, or once you find the equation, and then you're given some information, you have to decide, is this an X or a Y? That's why having this is helpful. You can see the Y is the money, so this is telling you, use Y equals 400 now. So for part B, simply go to our equation and substitute that y is 400. And then we have two steps of algebra. One is subtract $20, or the 20 from both sides, leaving 380. And then divide both sides by 39. And that's going to be x equals 380 divided by 39, 9.744. So now, how many days could she afford to rent the car if she had $400? Well, I don't know if the rental company accepts fractions of days, but it's either you round it to 9 days, because it's not made it to 10 days. She doesn't have enough money for 10. Or you just leave it at this, at basically 9 3/4 days. Depends on how accurate you want to be